Welcome to BISP Solutions. My name is Anjali. So in today's video, we are going to see in capital module of EPBCS application, the change in depreciation amount by using different depreciation conventions. So basically, there are three types of depreciation conventions in capital module. Number one is mid-period. Number two is prorate actual date. And number three is prorate beginning date. So what do you mean by mid-month convention? It means that all the fixed asset acquisitions are assumed to have been purchased in the middle of the month for depreciation purpose. All right. For example, I have purchased an asset on 1st of January 2022. So as per mid-month convention, the application is going to calculate the depreciation for only half of the month. All right. The next is prorate actual date. As the name suggests, it calculates the depreciation from the date of actual purchase. And the third one is prorate beginning date. It means that irrespective of the purchase date, the depreciation will get calculated from the beginning of the month. So let's understand these three cases by the help of three cases which I have prepared. In this, I have taken the asset cost as 3000, salvage value as 600, and depreciation method as straight line. For all the three cases, these three things are the same. The only things which are changing is useful life, purchase date, asset class, and obviously the depreciation convention. So we are very much familiar with the formula of straight line method of depreciation, which is basic cost minus salvage value divided by useful life. Sorry. So for this, let's understand the case number one. Okay. So let's go to our application. Go to home page. So the first thing which we need to understand is all the assumptions are correct. All right. We need to have correct assumptions as for the depreciation convention, for the depreciation method, and the useful life. So let's go and check for the asset class capital leased asset that we have all the correct assumptions. Capital, go to investments, and this is the assumptions tab. So see, for capital leased asset, we have useful life of 6 years. Depreciation method is straight line and the depreciation convention is mid-period. So let's go directly to analysis tab since I've already added that asset. All right, so this is the asset and this is the depreciation value. This is the year total. And these are my figures which I calculated. So the total figure gets validated 383.33. So which is 383.33. But the figure for January month, which is 16.667, how it has arrived, let us understand this. Let us first check this amount is same in our application. Okay, so this is the same amount as we calculated. So how is this coming? Let's go and check. So as we all know the depreciation formula, the numerator is going to remain the same. So the numerator amount, which is 2400, is going to be the same for all the three cases. So let's write first the numerator amount and we'll divide this by the denominator, which is the useful life and which is 6 years for capital leased asset. So divide 2400 by number of years, which comes to 400. But this amount is for the whole year. We want it for the month. So divide this figure by number of months, which comes to 33.33. But since for the month of January, as per mid-period convention, the application will calculate the depreciation amount for half of the month. So we'll divide this figure by 2, which is 16.667. So we can see here this amount, and for rest of the month, this is 33.333. So this case number 1 gets validated. Okay, as we can see all the amounts here as we have calculated. All right. So let's now move towards case number 2. In this, I have used the depreciation convention prorate actual date. And the depreciation amount is 15.48387 for the January month, and the purchase date is 20th of January 2022, and the useful life is 5 years. So let's go and check in our application first in the assumptions that for other plant property and equipment we have all these assumptions correct. So for other plant property and equipment, I have useful life as 5 years, depreciation method is straight line, and the depreciation convention is prorate actual date. Okay, so this is correct. So let's go directly to analysis tab. Select the correct asset class, which is other plant property and equipment. All right. So in this owned asset, total existing assets, total major assets, I added a conveyor machine for which depreciation for the whole year is being shown here at 455.48387. Let's check our total. This is also 455.483871. Okay, so this amount is getting validated. Let's check the first month's amount. Since we have purchased this asset on 20th of January 2022, so for the first month, the depreciation will be for only 12 days. So let's calculate 2400 divided by useful life is 5 years, which comes to 480. For 1 month, it will be 40, but for 12 days, which from 20th of January to 31st of January, which is 12 days. So we'll divide this figure multiplied by 12 and divide by 31 for 12 days depreciation. So the amount is for 15.48387, which is here and also in our application. And for rest of the month, it is 40. Okay, so these are all the accumulated depreciations. So this amount gets validated, the other month's amount gets validated, and also our total gets validated. Now let's move towards case number 3, which is prorate beginning date depreciation convention. In this, the asset class is computers and the purchase date is 10th of January 2022, and the useful life of the asset is 3 years. So let's go to our application and select the correct asset class, which is computers. All right. So in this, we are going to validate all the figures of depreciation. See, I added computer 116 here. So we can see the depreciation amount as 800. Since we are using the convention as prorate beginning date, what the application is going to do, application is going to calculate the depreciation from the beginning of the month. In this, there is no use of the date of purchase. Irrespective of the purchase date, the application is going to calculate the depreciation for the full month. So let's validate the figure. The first procedure is same. Numerator is 2400 divided by useful life, which is 3. So our depreciation for the whole year comes to 800, which gets validated. Okay. So now let's go and check the monthly depreciation. 800 is for the full year. So for 1 month, it will be 800 divided by 12, which comes to 66.667. So this figure should also be in January month and in also in rest of the month. So let's go and check this. Okay, so as we can see here, in all the months, the amount is same. In quarter 2 also, the amount is same, But what we need to focus here is in the month of January, we purchased the asset of on 10th of January, but the application is calculating the depreciation from first date only. Okay, so this is 66.667. So all these figures are getting validated, as well as the year total is getting validated. So this is how the difference in depreciation amount we get by using different depreciation convention methods. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you and have a great day.